Good day. I purchased a Dimplex 5000 watts 240V garage heater and I am trying to bypass the internal thermostat. I have already run 10 gauge 30 amp 2-wire cable to a 30 amp double breaker. I also purchased a Dimplex 240V inline double pole thermostat. The manual simply says, the onboard thermostat can be bypassed, to allow for operation with a wall-mounted thermostat. To do this, disconnect the wires from the onboard thermostat and join them with a wire connector. The problem is that when I open up the panel on the back of the heater, I see 3 black wires and a ground wire. Of the 3 black wires, one is labeled L2 and the other L1. So these are obvious. L1 is currently connected to the internal thermostat, L2 is not connected to the thermostat, and another wire, unlabeled and not sure what it is going to, is connected to the other terminal on the internal thermostat. L1 and L2 are the hot wires, which are easy to figure out. I am not sure what to do about this third wire connected to the internal thermostat. Do I ignore it, or connect it to the L1 feed? Page 7 of the manual shows a wiring diagram. http://dimplex.com/cms/publications/7208960100 or 04_n.pdf. The model of the heater can be found on this link. http://dimplex.com/n/commercial_heating/commercial_heaters/ka05b31t/compact_unit_heater. Any help would be appreciated. Thank you. Call.
Welcome. My name is would be glad to assist. Your issue is a common one on these heaters. You can bypass the internal thermostat, but it isn't as simple as it may seem. In order to bypass and use a remote thermostat, you have to do one of the following. 1. Run power directly to the heater, then run 2 wires for the thermostat at the remote location. 2. Run power to the remote thermostat and run 3 wires from the thermostat to the heater. If you look at that diagram, you will see that L1 from power must connect to the thermostat and to the fan delay on the unit. This allows the fan to run for a brief period of time after the elements are off. The thermostat inside only breaks the connection to one side of the elements through the cutout switch used for overheating purposes. The L2 line from power goes directly to the heating element. So, for a remote thermostat, you would have 1 wire connect to L1 inside the heater with the wire to the fan delay. The other wire would connect back to the wire that is on the other side of the thermostat. It may sound confusing, but read the description while looking at the diagram in the manual. Let me know any clarification or other to be sure it is understandable. We'll be here waiting to be sure. I will also try to make notes on the diagram for posting in the meantime if needed. Thanks. Okay, made a quick diagram adjustment to show the options. Let me know any questions. Okay Tommy, based on the work done already, option 2 is the best way for me to go. 2. Run power to the remote thermostat and run 3 wires from the thermostat to the heater. So right now I have a 2-wire 10 gauge running to the wall thermostat. And was just about to start running another 2-wire to the heater. But based on what you're telling me, I should stop and purchase instead a 3-wire 10 gauge cable to go to the heater, correct? If this is the case, can you explain to me again how I would wire the return feed from the thermostat to the heater using a 3-wire? Keep in mind that the thermostat only has a total of 4 wires, 2 for the incoming, from panel feed, and 2 for the outgoing to heater. Thank you. Okay. First question, yes, you need a 3-wire 10 gauge cable from the thermostat to the heater. Now, the second, look at option 2 in the diagrams I made and posted. Since you have a double pole thermostat in lieu of a single like on the heater, make some changes on that diagram. Power in L1 will connect to L1 on the thermostat and with lead number 1 to the heater that connects to the fan delay wire. This is the one on the L1 side of the heater's thermostat. Connect the power in L2 to L2 on the thermostat. Connect lead number 2 to the heater to the T1 on the thermostat and at the heater. It connects to the wire going to the cutout switch, the wire on the other side of the thermostat as shown in the diagram. Connect the lead number 3 to the heater to T2 on the thermostat and it connects to the L2 line in the heater. That will get it going. Let me know if the explanation is good or not, thanks.
Let me draw this out and digest it on my end. We'll get back to you shortly, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Did update to option 2 in drawing to show the explanation. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. But looking at their design, if you use a double pole thermostat, the fan delay will not work. They make it difficult, so I suggest only using one side of the thermostat to allow the cool-down fan delay to operate. Otherwise, it could cause premature failure of the heating elements. No, it is confusing now, but after doing the diagram, it is easy to see with the double pole thermostat. I suggest putting a jumper between the L2 and T2 terminals on the thermostat. It will not shut off power for maintenance, so you would need a safety switch before the thermostat of after, or a breaker lockout at the panel to provide all power off for maintenance.
Hi Tommy, I was just replying when I noticed your new reply, so it changes things a little bit. Okay, so going on your new updated option 2. It makes things a lot more clear. I have a few more questions to confirm. If I go with option 2, will this allow the cool-down fan delay to work? Also, if you look at the picture below, it shows the back of the heater and the thermostat built into it. You can see L2 not connected to the built-in thermostat, which will connect to T2 on the wall thermostat. It also shows L1, which will be disconnected from the built-in thermostat and connected to L1 on the wall thermostat. It also shows the third wire, connected to the built-in thermostat. This will be disconnected and connected to T1 on the wall thermostat. I am also attaching a picture of the rear of the thermostat in relation to the diagram you provided. The vertical wires are L1 red and L2 black, and the horizontal wires are T1 red and T2 black. Finally, you are suggesting I put in a simple on/off switch between the main supply and the wall thermostat, correct? I was under the impression that setting the wall thermostat to 0 would shut off power to the unit. Thanks.
Okay, I think the problem that is confusing the issue is this: the L1 on the heater thermostat. Remove the wire from the thermostat and throw it away. Now, the wire that is connected to the same tab on the thermostat is the one you connect to at the new thermostat on L1. The other wire on the back side of the thermostat, you remove it also, and it is the one that connects to the T1 on the new thermostat. Look at my diagram, there is no L1 at the thermostat any longer, only the other wire on the same tab. Let me know how it goes, thanks.
Thanks, Tommy. Yes, and I fully understood your last response and how to wire it up. It is clear now. The only 3 things left that I would like to clarify these are: 1. Will the latest diagram, option 2, allow the cool-down fan delay to work properly? 2. Will turning the thermostat to the 0 setting not shut off the heater? 3. If a on/off switch is required, should this be done on the 2 wire between the mains panel and the thermostat?
Okay, understand. 1. No, in order to have cool down, you would have to jumper from L2 to T2 on the thermostat too. Yes, it will turn off the heater in all cases. But if you have the jumper installed, it will not isolate power on the one leg with the thermostat at 0. 3. If you install the jumper for cool down, yes, a double pole switch is needed for power isolation for maintenance work. The jumper just makes your double pole thermostat act like a single pole thermostat, which is what the one inside the heater is. Hope that helps, thanks.
Thank you very much. It is all clear to me now. Not to drag this on too much, but would it be easier if I return the double pole thermostat in exchange of a single pole thermostat, or just go ahead and jump L2 to T2 as you are saying? Any advantage pros/cons to either thermostat? Based on your diagram, if I went with a single pole thermostat, L1 and T1 would be terminated together and L2 and T2 would be terminated together, eliminating the need for the jumper.
There is really no benefit of a single pole. I would keep the double pole and either jumper the L2 and T2 together, or if you want an easier look, just join the wires that go to those terminals together and leave the L2 and T2 open. You may change heaters in the future, and the other one may not need the cool down fan delay. That is the only reason having to do the odd connections, to allow it to cool down before shutting off.
Thank you. I will keep the double pole thermostat. Can I jump L2 and T2 by using marrettes, twist on wire connectors? This will mean a total of 3 wires per marrette, or is there some kind of jumper wire connection I should be using?
Oh, yay, just remembered, the thermostat has wire leads. When doing large wires like the number 10, I prefer twisting them together and using crimp lugs for the connection. There are some marrettes that are large and made for the number 10. The ones to use are not the same as the standard size ones for number 12 wire. You would have to check the package for the specifications to make sure they are rated for number 10s.
Just check the package of the marrettes I picked up. They are rated for 10 hash and it states a maximum of 3 10 hash per marrette. So I think I am set. Appreciate your help. You saved me a lot of time. Good thing I stopped and double checked. The only expense/mistake on my behalf is that I will waste about 20 feet of 2 number 10 wire and probably the conduit, as the 2 wire number 10 was a tight fit. But that's okay, it could have been a lot worse. Let me know if you think I am missing anything, but it appears I am set to get this done right.
Excellent, some good fortune there on the marrettes. You are most welcome, glad to assist on the situation. I think you have it all together now.
Perfect, thank you, sir.
You are most welcome.
We received your customer service inquiry, however, we are unable to respond to you because we do not have your email address. Please contact customer support at and provide us with your email address and a link to this question page so that we can help you. http://www.justanswer.com/electrical/8R1v5 Good day, purchase Dimplex 5000 W240 garage heater.html. Thank you, customer support team. If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.